We are driving through Abilene, Texas.
Ovalo.
Is that where we are?
Yeah, Abilene's the big city.
Oh, okay. So we're driving through Ovalo, Texas on our way to Jeff Brown's house. And as soon as we turned onto this back roads gravel road, we saw a hog running wild that was like the size of a dog, you know, not like a little pig, but something that was pretty significant in size. And it jumped over a fence. So we're passing the Four Seasons Ranch apparently. And so far this is our definition of what Texas really is like. What the f was that?
What?
That was something. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
There's like an animal hanging from the fence.
Yep.
Yeah, we can't not.
No. Go.
That was it. Was that it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh no, he didn't make the jump.
There's two of them.
Proceed to the route.
There's another one right here. Look. That's why I'm like, do they hang?
Oh. No, they didn't make the jump. I'm pretty sure they didn't make the jump.
What are they?
No.
There's three of them. There's no way. This is
No,
like,
this is by design.
wow. Okay, well we gotta get.
This is to send a message.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, are these like jackrabbits or something? They're massive. So we've clearly entered into some sort of Texas Chainsaw Massacre situation. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, into the car.
Let's get out of here.
Into the Acura.
Oh, good. A fork in the road with no more directions.
Take a slight right turn.
This isn't a road anymore.
What? This.
Like, that's what I'm terrified of. Is like the random people we're passing. They're like, hey, they know. The feds are here.
They've seen too much.
Exactly. Dude, look at this.
I don't know. He said, top of the hill. We're at the top of the hill. I think we're at the top of the hill. There's a metal building. Well, that's a metal building. Okay, that's like a hunting tower.
Yeah, exactly. So we're definitely not in his driveway.
Maybe we walked into like his own game.
This could be like,
Answer this riddle.
what is wet and always dry? I don't know. Wrong answer. Sean! Hello.
Hey, where are you guys?
That's a really good question. We're stopped in front of Steamboat Mountain Ranch. Does that mean anything to you?
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Oh.
You're on 84?
Are we pretty far off?
I think so. Obviously, your GPS didn't find it on your phone. Putting in our address.
Yeah.
Didn't work, huh?
Yeah.
Steamboat Mountain Road. Yeah, see that?
Oh, ranch.
Steamboat.
No, sorry, Jeff. We're in front of a Steamboat Mountain Ranch. Like it's a person's ranch.
Oh, yeah, I don't know where that is. Let's see. What can we? Well, I would come and get you if I knew where you were, but Steamboat Mountain Ranch.
Can you like start a signal fire of some sort?
A signal fire? Yeah,
I'm serious. Okay, we'll drive to Ovalo and then we'll start from there. That's a good place to start for us. Found it.
Well, you think you found it.
Right. Yeah.
This is a house.
This is a house. Okay. This is interesting. Should we park right?
Yeah, just pick a bay.
You made it. Yeah. Good to see you.
We got a little bit of light.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got lost a little bit. Good to see
We'll be okay. You as well. Thanks for having us.
yeah,
So
no
obviously
problem.
you know Sean.
Yeah.
So give us a quick, before we lose the sunlight, like outside tour of this crazy place.
Okay, so it's a metal building, and it's a giant shop with a small house attached.
Okay.
And that door back to this, from that walk-in door back to here is pretty much our living quarters, and from there, all the way to there is all race car shop and toys and motorcycles
Right.
and all that kind of stuff.
And you guys ran everything from go-karts all the way up to Formula cars for Colin's career.
Yeah, from the start, quarter midget stuff, right through go-karts to Formula Renaults. We ran all that out of here, and now we just kind of play with it. We still have the go-kart
Yeah,
track.
you have your own go-kart track over there, which
Yep.
you were saying is like a 26-second lap. So
Yep.
you want to go have a look at it real
Okay,
quick?
sure. Yeah. So this is the front straightaway.
Okay.
And you wheel out right from there and
Right.
right out to the go-kart track. And racing season has kept me from mowing the grass here lately.
Sure.
But
Job's getting in the way.
yeah, so that way around, there's a couple of crossovers you can see, so you can configure it differently. You can go backwards, you can do
Right.
whatever you want. But Colin basically, from the time he was 8 years old, started racing here. We did all the work ourselves, all of these tires. We got these tires, we drilled 4 holes in them, tipped them upside down, and stacked them all up.
Right.
And
Yeah, it looks like FIA curbing and walls. You're good to go.
They've reached the tire walls a few times.
So I guessed that was like a missile silo, and then that was where the elevator was that went down to the underground. Like,
We'll go with that.
okay, yeah. So
No.
that's probably what that is.
Actually, it does go down under the ground to our water well.
No, neat, right?
That's what
So-
that is.
So not
That's
exactly
our-
what I thought.
No,
yeah.
but it sounds your version sounds a lot
yeah,
better.
right.
Yeah. In here, and you have. So that's the well.
Okay.
Straight
Yeah.
down 200 feet.
Uh-huh.
Pumps it out through there, through the filters, through the softener, back into the house.
I'm gonna guess you built this.
I did.
Yeah, of course, right?
I did. They gave us a hole in the ground with a pipe running out that ran that way, and I went, yeah.
I can do better.
no. I think we need a pre-filter, we need a carbon filter, we need a 5-micron filter, a water softener, a UV filter, and then that goes through here down into the house.
Of course.
That's what you need.
You gotta have it.
Right,
Right.
right.
So this is like the engineering,
This
home
is the
engineering office.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. This is where I spend most of the time trying to figure out how to make race cars go faster.
Right. Right.
And a collection of cool stuff, helmets. Most of those are Collins helmets. I guess you got Michele Alboredo's helmet.
Oh,
I like that.
That's amazing. And then you created your own walking desk here.
Yeah, because I have to spend so much time on the computer that I can then turn those monitors on and walk while I work.
Sure. Yeah, that's
Try not
awesome.
to get too fat.
I know so many people that would do that.
Yeah, yeah, it works out.
Got the workout room, which was formerly also a
Workout room
classroom.
used to be the homeschool
Right.
area. We had a couple desks there, and they would do their homeschool and then turn around and go work on the go-karts.
Right.
Or it was actually really handy. You know, it'd be like, okay, we're going to study fractions. Oh, I don't like fractions. Just a minute. Get up. Look at this go-kart. How many teeth on the front gear? How many teeth on the rear gear? Okay, divide those two. Oh yeah. Okay, so watch. When the engine turns once, the wheel turns a sixth of that. Oh yeah, that's really cool.
Right.
Fractions.
Yeah, fractions are
Done.
cool.
Fractions
Right.
are now cool.
Yeah, no one ever did that for me.
Right. So this is the machine shop, and this weird thing is a float pod. It's basically a spa that you can lay in that is full with Epsom salt, so you float in it.
Right.
And it's a really relaxing. It's like a spa that you normally a whirlpool kind of spa, but it's just way relaxing. So after a race weekend, this is like. Whew.
This is awesome. I've never seen one of these before, and I didn't even see it when we were walking around. And yeah, like.
So when the tornadoes come, you jump in here, and we have a little TV and our
Oh yeah, look at that.
which is all hooked up to, and the weather radar and all that kind of stuff. And then we've got a battery in here with a power inverter, and this battery is on a
Oh, it's like a car battery.
battery tender.
Right, sure.
So it'll power this whole thing, the fans and everything, for about 3 or 4 hours.
Nice.
Off the battery if we lose the power.
And it's bolted to the floor, you said?
It's bolted to the floor and about 40 different half-inch lag bolts straight into the concrete. And then this is thick steel.
Right. I noticed it has a lifetime warranty, so you're probably going to be okay. Yeah.
I never noticed that. Lifetime warranty. I guess if you got hit by a tornado and this failed, your life would be
You're like,
over,
"Hey,
so
I
you
had a
wouldn't have to
warranty."
warranty. Right, it wouldn't have to warranty it. So 23.3.
So 2030,
31 is
2031 is, sorry, 2331 is the lap record for the go-kart track. Is the go-kart track named?
Mesa Vista Speedway.
Oh, well, there you go. Mesa Vista
We
Speedway.
named our ranch Mesa Vista because the view you guys saw is view of the mesas. Mesa
Okay.
Vista.
Yep.
Yep.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. We have, of course, the track records here for everybody. We're weird. I know. It's weird. There's Colin.
So it's not just like, yeah, no, I did a 22.
Oh no, this
Yeah,
is
it's like, yeah, let's see the data.
So here's the data. Let's see, 23.16 on a YGC tire, 710 with a JICA motor in 2001.
928.01.
Right, 928.01.
Yeah.
So you
Wait, and this is you got your class.
right, the class
And then you
and the
have-
tire,
Okay.
because it mattered what tire you were on. Let's see what we have.
Well, thanks again for showing us your home. I know it's kind of
problem.
intrusive for some people, but you were very willing to show us. And I
No,
think a
no.
lot of people are going to get a kick out of this
Cool.
because this is like racer heaven. So awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks
no
a lot.
problem. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
It's good.
Bill Riley.
What are we doing?
We are driving through Abilene, Texas.
Ovalo.
Is that where we are?
Yeah, Abilene's the big city.
Oh, okay. So we're driving through Ovalo, Texas on our way to Jeff Brown's house. And as soon as we turned onto this back roads gravel road, we saw a hog running wild that was like the size of a dog, not like a little pig.
All right, let's just interrupt that video and show some some flipping race cars. Good, well timed. That's the broadcast curse, Ryan.
That'll happen.
That'll happen. Who is
Every
that?
Single time. I don't know if he's having a bad
Jason
day.
Skeen.
Ooh,
Well, I'm glad.
Skeen.
I'm actually glad he made it because he's had some internet dramas,
Right.
according to the Twitter, and so at least he's out on track. Anyway, so
Yeah.
Ryan Eversley, this is Sean Heckman. What are we watching?
We are watching our final, and Sean, I say final with great excitement. Not because of anything other than that means this is just almost over. But we were watching our final runoffs event. Normally we do these on Wednesday. The last couple of weeks we've done them on Tuesday night. But this special one is for the last chance qualifiers to get people into our World Finals.
Exactly. This is the LCQ. What you're seeing tonight will basically be a similar format or identical format to what we see on Thursday. A couple little modifications, but we have two classes competing tonight. Now, tonight's a little different from Thursday because in both classes are our fans in the Dinner with Racers Continental Cup Tire League. And there's going to be two races. One right now. We're practicing right now. We'll be going out for qualifying in about 20 minutes, and then it'll be a 75 lap race, and then there'll be another one that follows. So, two classes. What happens to the people that win, Ryan? Good answer. Did we lose Ryan?
Hey, okay.
Oh, there
we
he
go.
is.
I was
okay.
like, I think I'm muted.
Anyway.
Can you
So
hear me?
I can hear you just fine. So,
Okay, great, yeah.
my cue was we got two races, two classes in each race. What happens to those winners? And he's dead. All right, I'll go ahead and answer that for him. So we have two classes. We have the HPD Acura ARX LMP2 car, as well as Skip Barber cars. And very simple rule: if you win, you advance to Thursday's World Final. If you don't win, that is the end of your season, and you'll have we'll see that twice tonight. And the special thing about tonight versus Thursday is the way we're distinguishing the classes. So we have Skip Barber vehicles out there, and we have these HPD ARX machines out there. Right now, these are all our league members. However, on Thursday, that will not be the case. On Thursday, the HPDs will be exclusive to the fans. So it'll be 30 fans who qualified for the World Final. And then we're going to have 10 pros, and they're all pros that are making sort of a return to our series, and they'll be in the Skip Barber cars. So should be an interesting night. The HPDs are quite a bit faster, and so it'll be basically HPDs driven by amateurs against much slower Skip Barber cars driven by pros. So, Ryan, are you dead? Yep, Ryan is dead. So,
I'm not dead. Am I dead? Okay.
You might be.
Should we try Skype?
I can hear you now. Hello? You there? Nope. And he's gone. All right, maybe we'll try Skype. And he's gone. All right, well, that's why we do the tests and run the races. So we'll be right back again. Nothing about tonight is formal. We don't have any of the fantastic broadcast tools from Apex TV. It's literally just Ryan and I hitting buttons on a laptop, watching how these guys race, because we just want to know how this ends up for ourselves. There's not a whole lot to test tonight, but we just want to see who's advancing. So we will be right back with another video. Here's a little something about Bobby Unser. So I heard that you had I'm going to guess a collection of rubber snakes that looked incredibly real.
No, but we used to catch live snakes, make them dead.
Oh, wow. So we were under the impression that you would take fake snakes and torment people with them.
You got a highway out here. A lot of snakes die on the highway.
Sure.
Because they try to cross it. Then what we like to do is, like there's a bar not too far. We get that snake, and dead snake.
Mm-hmm. Dead but real snake.
Real, yeah. Not a fake one. Totally real. I'd get him and I'd wrap him around the steering wheel, real pretty, and then put his head looking right at the guy when he gets in. Of course, everybody comes out of that bar drunk. So they see that snake. What if I told you the guy behind the steering wheel was the first one out the right-hand side of the car?
Yeah.
And he was the driver. And I mean, he went out the window. Didn't even use the door. I mean, we laughed so hard. Then we thought about how many times the guy would shoot us if he could catch us.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I mean, that was not even a joke to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was dead, and he was a bull snake.
Okay.
And he was a big one. He was about damn near as long as this couch. Yeah. And he got run over by a car right in front of my garage.
Okay, right.
And so it was a perfect time to get a nice fresh bull snake, you know.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally relate.
Based on my expertise on the matter.
And then the same night we laid one across the floor. Okay? So the guy gets in, you can see him running his feet across the floor like this. Then he reaches down to grab it and pulls it up. He was the second one out the window. It was too funny. It's probably one of the funniest things we ever did.
When you say the guy, whose car is this?
Some guy.
Just a
Some
random
guy, like an
car.
apple-
So you broke into a car.
No, I don't lock him down there. Yeah.
So you opened some stranger's car.
Right.
Right.
And lay the snake on the floor real nice. And then take the other one and lay him around the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Kind of loop him around so he's looking right at the driver, see?
And just to be clear, this isn't somebody who you know is afraid of snakes or
No,
some like
we didn't
enemy.
know.
Or something.
Yeah.
You're just like, let's just mess with somebody that's completely innocent.
Right, right.
We absolutely
Yeah, Sean.
did not know.
Was there any truth to the rumor that you would pull up alongside people in traffic and throw them in their window?
Well, for sure. After you've used up the snake, you got to do something.
Right, of course.
I mean, now the trouble with getting a snake, you don't know if he's going to bite or not. You don't know if he's dead or alive.
Sure.
That's usually why people don't do this.
Yeah, yeah. It's an effective prank for many reasons.
Did this continue on for years.
It would if we could find the snakes.
Oh yeah, supply and demand there.
Yeah,
you can
I
only do
mean,
so much.
Don't think. God, I'm telling you what.
Hey Jason, can you go lock the van?
All right, I think we have our bugs fixed up. We'll find
I
out.
hope so.
Otherwise, back to the herp.
Or we just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just stop streaming. Also
Start
fine.
taking that penicillin they keep requesting me to take.
Some things are forever, though. Anyway, all right. So you're watching. We are about 12 minutes into a 30-minute practice session, and so we kind of explained it before we're going to the video break. But again, the winner in each category, and there's 2 categories times 2 races, so 4 people total, will advance to the world final. And it's HPDs and the Skip Barbers. Ryan, tell me about HPDs at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Well, we're running a fixed setup, and it's an LMP2 car, so it inherently has a ton of downforce and a lot of drag. It's not necessarily meant to go fast in a straight line. They're more meant for cornering, and the HPD prototypes especially are known for their cornering capabilities. But we figured that'd be a great way to set up a good race at Indianapolis, where it's not necessarily pack racing, but there's a lot of side-by-side action, a lot of guys able to pass and kind of work the way with the aero a little bit. And it kind of pays tribute to my employer and one of our partners on the show, Acura and HPD. So it all kind of just worked out for the best that we did a fixed setup. We wanted it to be about the drivers in this case and not who spent the most time dicking around on iRacing.
Exactly. And so this, in theory, this setup should be pretty fun because as you'll watch here, we're on board right now with Devin Peters. And as you can see, the drafting absolutely matters. But it's also, we've got the damage set in a way that bump drafting will be a thing in an HPD car. So you saw Devin there giving a good run to, who was that in front of him? Matt Kikas. Okay. And but you can see once Devin goes high, the car does kind of push out and he does have to back out a little bit. So the car isn't comfortably flat in any lane you want to go. And that was kind of the design of our fixed setup here, was that you can run in groups like this, but it's not necessarily going to be as easy as it may look. So you hear him back out right there going into 3, and that's exactly what we were looking for. So should be an interesting day, but the drafting will matter. The bump drafting is already proven a thing. And then we have another class. Let's see if we can find one. Here we go. All by himself, Justin Parcher. That's the Skip Barber cars.
Yeah.
And so tonight, anybody can drive in the Skip Barber class. Again, you're just picking the group you want to run with for the sake of trying to qualify for the race. So you just want to pick a group that you think you can win in. But Thursday, Who are we going to see in a car going this slow, Ryan?
It's going to be all pros, and hopefully it'll be the pros that you guys already know and love from Dinner with Racers, but also a couple of people that might not have been on the show yet that are just fans of what we're doing with iRacing. And it should prove to be one of the better races on track because they don't care at all.
Exactly.
So
and
let's just say if you had like a Jordan Taylor type, he would spin a Ricky Taylor type and not think twice about it, if that were to be the case.
If there was a Jordan Taylor type there, not as certain about a Ricky Taylor type being there. Or a Landon Castle type. But anyway, so we'll have roughly about 10 pros, all in a big old pack.
A Wesley Snipes type.
A Wesley Snipes type. Jeremy Mayfield type. And so it's going to be a giant pack of Skip Barber cars. And because it's pros, they're not going to need a lot of time. They'll figure out what the Skip Barber racing is all about pretty quickly, which is basically what you're looking at here. It's just going to be about being in a pack, trying to bump each other. And, of course, you know, if you get a run on somebody, you might have to fan out to make a pass. And if you fan out to make a pass, what happens then, Ryan? In the Skip Barber car.
I mean, you could get destroyed by one of the P2 cars coming by or dropped like a lead balloon, because sometimes these guys don't understand the drafting works the way it does. So there's a real science to it.
Exactly. The biggest thing is, of course, these HPDs are coming so fast, and if you're in a pack and you're paying attention to the Skip Barber cars in front of you, you may not be aware of some giant group of Hornets coming behind you in the LMP2. So it's going to be an interesting last chance qualifying, and it'll be an interesting race. So let's look for some practice action here.
Yeah.
Actually, let's look at the time.
Yeah, especially if they're murder hornets.
Yeah, the murder hornets especially you got to be careful of. So, wow, actually a pretty big discrepancy here. Fastest lap so far is Noah Wheeler. Second
Weird.
fastest,
What?
Josh Chin. Josh Chin is just a couple hundredths off of Noah's time, Matt Kikis. But once we start getting down to, say, Greg Mefford, who we're watching right now, 4/10 off of Noah Wheeler's time. Now, obviously, drafting is going to play a pretty big role, but I actually wouldn't have expected 4/10 to be that much of a gap. And then Daniel Vaught all the way down in P15 or 16 at a 48.9. So only 1 second separating them all. And, of course, you never know who's in what pack because we don't exactly have a no-toe list. I'll have to check with our producers for that.
I'm sure Noah Wheeler would be the one to tell us, but he's busy right now.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, you want to, we got some time. You want to make sure the cameras are the way they should be?
Yeah, let's set some stuff up. I do want to point out that Jacob Butcher looks like he's running a Wayne Taylor tribute helmet. Is that what that is? Pretty cool.
It looks like a brick livery. Oh, I like what he's doing there. He's trying the warm-up lane to see how that goes.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk of that going in the chat room so far, so we'll see how it works.
All right, so let's see what our camera options are. And there's none. Okay. So that means we will set it up. Oh, look at that draft.
Yeah, that's big. Pretty sure Jacob or Justin Parcher just got destroyed by a P2 car coming there.
Yeah.
That's why we run the races.
And we have a new admin tonight. So I don't know if he's watching right now, but welcome Victor Valley. Good friend of the show. So our normal admins that have been running all year, Brandon and Tyler, are in the final. That was basically the reward. That was the reward for putting in the service they did. So they automatically advanced to the final. So Victor was nice enough to step up and willingly admin. So he's going to admin tonight for us. So basically, if we see something that we want to call, Victor will be the guy to do it. So it's not going to be us. So we'll probably, I'm going to predict that we might have a couple of yellows, a couple of wave buys to make sure that Victor and us are in sync. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling practice because of the fixed setup, because of Indy. Okay, that's one way. Is that Robert Hibby? Yep, it is.
It says Robert Hibby. Now, I don't know if that's a strategy move or if that was
the Skip Barber car.
Yeah, I don't know if he was trying to help him by get a big lap there, but the Mesa Vista coffee car definitely got a little squirrely when it had the HPD lifting their wheels off the ground.
All right, that's reasonable for first angle.
Yeah, I like that. Is that Sam Elliott I see down there on the...
That is Sam Elliott.
Yeah, and it's Sam Elliott as the dude, so we appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Sam Elliott Brickyard tribute. Okay.
Okay, once again, giving help to the Skip Barber cars. Not quite sure why, but Jacob Witcher works in mysterious ways.
He's known for that.
Yeah. So my question is, better to be rear facing like this or other side zoomed in on the rear wing? I think other side zoomed in on the rear wing is a better rear shot.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. Oh, just got a text on one of our prospective pros who's a definitive maybe. We got a lot more maybes than we did a few months ago. Probably because people are actually working now.
Yeah, like families are kind of starting to get really pissed off about video games.
Yeah, well, and some people are like in NASCAR.
Right, actually doing stuff with their life.
Actually driving.
I have seen a few posts the last couple of days, or I should say weeks now, with the stock car racing getting going again, where our fans are avidly cheering for the people that they got to race with, like Garrett Smithly and Landon, and Di Benedetto. And that's pretty cool to see that our Thursday Night Blunder fans and racers are like cheering on those guys.
No, that's so
that
cool.
They
Yeah.
might not have known who they were before or cared, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And so we'll use Garrett as a perfect example. There's a rumor swirling around. I think it was on Racer.com that Garrett might be one of our pros on Thursday.
Man.
I don't know where that source came from, but that's
Right.
the rumor that he might be one of the pros racing on Thursday. Is it a chicken sandwich reward? Is that what it says?
I thought it said Express initially. Was it?
Yeah, I think it's a Western theme.
So it's like yeah, okay.
It's like the Wild West with Sam Elliott
Well,
chicken
wanted ad.
sandwiches. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that. Let's get a better shot of that. Oop, no. How do I do that? There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Is that a
Interesting.
have
The
you seen this
ring
man?
chat seems to have stopped,
Uh-oh.
but the YouTube chat is still going strong.
Is it reverse?
Okay.
Oh! And Jacob Witcher just got sent. But gives us some angles on the...
Skyground.
Yeah.
Skyground.
And underground. That's interesting. I wonder why iRacing doesn't support this.
All right.
Anyway, I'd say what's going on in the chat, but it sounds like there's problems with the chat.
Okay, it's working again. Here we
Yeah.
go. Apparently, Andrew Barker liked our Skyground bit. Flying sandwich car. I like that too.
And again, this is just a test broadcast, as the big old text says so. Just so that Ryan and I can get our bearings on this racing. And we can set our cameras and angles. Is that an Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
I think it is on the wing, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Should we send out an email to our racers and make this say a Daniel Apt Memorial?
A what?
Daniel Apt Memorial?
I'll leave my opinions to myself. Except to say...
I was just saying, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I don't know why I would be... so he's a little bit vilified right now, which I do understand. But did you see his actual 20-minute apology that was on YouTube?
It was 14 minutes, bro.
14 minutes, bro. But I actually thought whoever did that, whether it was him or if he was collaborating with somebody, did a great job. Because they made it very clear it was a joke from minute one. It was intentionally a joke, and they showed clips proving it. And the fact that they brought the proof is why I was like, this is real. He just thought it would be funny. He didn't think anything about anybody really losing their mind. So when the internet's like, you're a cheater, and blah, 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 it's like, no, it was a dumb prank. But...
none of this matters. My favorite thing was in the comments where people were saying, this isn't even as bad as what Pagano did. What he did was fireable. I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah. Well... I know I've said this before on the Twitter, and I'll say it again. There have obviously been a few incidents on iRacing that are unredeemable.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? I don't know. But I'll continue to say, for all the debates about, well, they should treat it like it's a real race, or no, it's a video game, who gives a shit? When you're Daniel Apt in the Formula E Series, it's a sponsor appearance. That's what it is, and your behavior should reflect your behavior in a sponsor appearance. If that means you like to have a few jokes, then have a few jokes.
Right.
If that means you like to send a fan in your place to a sponsor appearance, then you go right on ahead and do that. But I don't know any sponsor appearances where we're like, hey, this is Dave, he's going to be me tonight. So if you treat it with the exact same logic that you would a sponsor appearance, then you're probably going to be fine. Am I wrong?
No.
Don't at me, bro.
But what is happening now is that you're going to have every one of these guys that already is skeptical about putting themselves out there even more quiet and boring than they already are.
100%.
Which is like, okay.
Yep. Well, we've done this to ourselves.
Thanks a lot, Corona.
It would, I mean, if I'm...
That's the new Obama.
If I'm, as a PR guy, if I'm thinking about clients, there are some people that you know are prone to gaffes left unattended, which is maybe why they don't necessarily do a lot of live interviews, things like that. And this should be looked at in the same way. So as a PR type, if you know that your guy or girl is prone to saying dumb shit when they're on live, maybe they shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah. I agree. Oh, David Kleinhagen, or Chuck
It's
Kleinhagen.
Chuck Kleinhagen,
David
David
Kleinhagen.
Kleinhagen.
Yeah,
There you go.
he's on your side.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were sides.
No, there are. And
Drawing a hard line here.
Trying a hard line. Well, I'll tell you the other thing is whatever is said in this test web stream of the Dinner with Racers Thursday Night Blunder, that's what's going to be followed in the sport. Every opinion you hear tonight is genuinely going to have some influence on how people behave from here on out.
Right.
Daniel Apps is like, fuck, I should have talked to Heckman.
Damn it! Why didn't I get on the Blunder series?
You know, or what are some less offensive things that happen in the world of iRacing? So like,
And so try to steal our time slot.
okay, there's that. The IndyCar kid that crashed at the finish. What's his name? Why can't Ferrucci? So if Santino Ferrucci was like, what does Kleinhagen think before I wreck this guy? Or nothing that we say matters.
We'll see where the race takes us.
Yep.
I've said that for years. Okay, we're just flipping through the air here.
Yep. This is just what we're doing now.
We got an email, we had a direct message earlier today from a very well-respected race car driver who wanted to applaud us for our take on sim racing during the shutdown.
I did not see that.
I'll text it to you.
Fair enough. I can just check the DMs, can I?
No, it was sent directly
to you,
to
not
me.
to DWR. Okay.
Yeah. I'm having ribs. Thanks for asking.
Okay, I didn't ask.
I'm not talking to you.
I'm setting up cameras for your show.
Yeah, well.
Oh, truck
hot
race
too.
is on. I forgot. I forgot about the bounty, by the way. It's that
the bounty.
The bounty.
Oh,
that's
dude.
tonight. If you're
Did
Marcus
you see that people are
Lemonis,
mad?
Oh, go ahead.
People are mad that the bounty is no longer going to the person; it's going to charity for COVID-19.
Wait, people are mad about that?
Yeah, it kind of takes away from it when they donate it. Why don't you just donate the money? Like, they're probably going to. Shut the fuck up.
Like, what? How is that a thing?
Right.
You're not like
you didn't know.
You didn't need to have an opinion at all. Just watch the goddamn race and see if somebody can beat Kyle Busch. How about you do that?
Let me tell you what to do with your $50,000.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm on Twitter.
Yeah. See. Okay. So that's. You and I have had this conversation. I don't know if it's one to be shared on all the iRacing controversies. When people get upset, my actual take on all of this is none of our takes matter. The people that matter are people that are paying for it. So if they go, this is not something that can represent us, that's the thing. They don't really give a shit about what 100 people on Twitter have to say. So
Jay Cooper King asking where he can find the Bobby Unser cartoon, Sean.
Amazon Prime. If you are a member of Amazon Prime, go to Prime Video and check out Dinner with Racers on Amazon Prime. We have a television show, Ryan Eversley, 6-part documentary series. Every episode very different from the other. So we explore 6 unique topics. Everything ranging from the motorsport scene in Jamaica to hearing some of Bobby Unser's craziest stories in animated form. We learn about NASCAR legend Smokey Yunick.
Oh, yeah.
We learn about one of the motorsport's most famous pranks. And then we also have a apparently not badly veiled reference to a lot of people that are faking their numbers on the internet.
Correct.
Yes.
And we're going to keep doing that, right? We're going to keep making TV stuff?
We're going to keep making it. May have a little something to do with why we're wrapping this up.
Because we need to get on the road?
Perhaps.
At some point when it's safe to do so?
Correct. So they have 4 laps and 5 minutes.
Yeah, apparently it can't be done in the Skip Barber car.
That's not my problem.
Yeah, deal with it.
Yeah. That can also actually be fixed for Thursday. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to run this, was to see what challenges exist. So apparently Skip Barber can't do, which actually does make sense. So maybe we'll cut down that lap count to more like 2 laps in a more traditional way. Maybe we'll do 3.
For now.
I honestly hadn't thought about the fact that they may not finish it.
Yeah.
That's kind of awesome.
Well, now you understand that by not doing the traditional 4 laps,
we're
going to hear about this because Marcus Lemonis is just going to donate the money to charity.
Can't have that.
Can't have that. Like, I don't like it as much when it's that. What is this?
Up your trumpet. Who is this? Matt Wishart. I don't know what this is. Is this like a
Up your...
Is this like a pop culture thing I don't know about, or a TV show I don't know about?
Kids are doing now.
I don't know what this is, so hopefully it's not offensive. Beloa Migusa? I'm sorry, I don't know the reference. Maybe I'm outing myself as not being hip. I don't know what that is. So because of that, we're going to cut away because hopefully it's something we can show. I don't know if that's something we can show or not, so we'll just keep moving.
Right, like
Lance
they
Snyder.
showed it for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Now, worth noting, these are all people out on their own. These are lone qual. This is not a session qualifying. So when we advance to another car, we're technically going to like a parallel universe. So there's
I see.
40
Everyone's
parallel.
got their own track.
Yeah, everyone's got their own track. So there's 40 parallel universes that we're looking at right now. That's Noah Wheeler, who's apparently Noah. You've been in our good graces.
Yeah.
But you took the Acura. You took the Acura, the sponsor of our series.
Yeah.
And you gave it the livery of another manufacturer.
Right.
Noah.
Right.
Noah. You knew better. Oh, now he's wrecking.
Yeah, that's what should happen.
Get. That's what you get. Oh, wait, there is. I'll give him this, though. I'll give him this. He's referencing. I think he's gone. I think Noah died.
Is it a factory tribute?
It's a factory driver tribute.
Yeah.
It looked like on the hood there was our recent appointment to the Porsche factory, Stephen Luvender, as decided by Alvin Springer. Oh, they're on the grid already. All right. So the racing will start. Who's on pole?
So
go ahead. Oh, Josh Chin's on pole. Well, that can't last.
Yeah, we're going to end that real quick.
So just to be clear, if you go a couple laps down, if you're watching this right now and you're one of our drivers, if you go a couple laps down and you know you're out of it, there's no way to advance, but it could also help us guarantee that Josh Chin doesn't advance.
Right. Now, we're not saying wreck them on purpose if you're actually in the race.
Yeah.
But we are saying that.
Yeah, but if you are basically 15th and 3 laps down and you're not in the race, Josh Chin doesn't need to be either.
Right. So, worth pointing out that Steve Luvender was appointed by none other than Mr. Alvin Springer, who today posted an Instagram story that someone is creating fake Alvin Springer accounts on Instagram.
What? That's,
right.
Is that us? That's not us.
He's like, that's not me. Don't follow that account. Let Instagram know to delete it. And I was like, man, Springer's made it.
Yeah, he's arrived.
It's like
finally.
Him and Christina Nielsen are getting fake accounts made like crazy.
That's amazing. Is it Christina Nielsen doing fake Alvin Springer accounts?
She's doing it to like throw
but
off
meanwhile,
Alvin.
he's been doing fake Christina Nielsen accounts this whole time. They're like parent trapping each other somehow. All right, we'll be rolling here soon.
Why we run the Tuesday race.
Yeah, this will not be a standing start because that is not an option on oval tracks. Otherwise, we absolutely would be running a standing start.
No question. In reverse.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, no, hold on. They did set times. I guess you can't set all 4 laps.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's fine. So
yeah.
Justin Parcher is leading in Skip Barber. Josh Chin is our pole sitter. That's impressive, by the way, that even in a fixed setup, Josh Chin can take the lead. But
well,
Look
Look
at
how
the gap.
close the times are.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. So 45.53, 48.555, 48.583. So
588, 638, 643. I mean, that's awesome.
The top 6 are all within a 10th.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome. And then
No,
everyone's within 0.3 of a second. So it'll be a pretty dumb race.
and normally our races are meant to be dumb the entire time, but
Yep.
this one actually should and has the potential to be pretty cool because you can really race. Cars are all about the same.
Yep.
There's no, overlying advantage to taking your entire week. And if you're, Andrew Pinkerton, and you want to ruin the relationship you just got into by taking literally 6 days straight to help us out,
Yep.
That's all pointless now. So
Exactly. That's the whole thing. So we'll see how this goes. Now, again, we might see yellows. Our admin, Victor Valley, will call those, but he might be waiting for our cue. I mean, he'll be waiting for the cue from race control. And
Bo Barfield's going to call him out.
yeah, we'll see where it goes. So, all right. We got some blinking headlights. We've got a pace car getting ready to pull off. And there he goes.
A full field of HPDs here.
Can the Skip Barber cars not even keep up? That's pretty amazing. Or did they hold back?
They're trying to get a run.
Yeah. Here we go. Green flag.
Oh,
and are we already like
aggressive.
7 wide?
Great start here.
Now the question is, and we've got 75 laps to figure it out, but do you want a gap like that?
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet the whole pack sack comes up pretty quickly on you there. And if you're if you're a regular viewer of our show, we too are confused as to why nobody is upside down right now.
Yeah, we'll see. Give it time.
Yeah.
All right, they're fanning out. I don't know how tire wear is going to work. Yeah, actually, could be pretty good. Oh, man. All right. So Josh Chin with the early lead. Looks like he is going to take the lead on the first lap, or hold the lead. And now we start seeing the single lane pack action.
Yeah, now look at that. I mean, that looks just like when you watch the 500. These guys get a good run out of 3, 4.
And is that the whole
and then
field?
they get turned right in the start-finish wall. Was that Devin Peters?
I don't know who that was. We're trying to back it up here.
Man.
I don't know who that was.
Yeah.
That
looks
was
like,
Peters.
oh, man, Devin Peters was having a good run there.
Yeah. Now, plenty of time to catch back up. So let's see what happened here. And so he had the run coming out of 4.
Yeah, gets the draft,
You can
pops.
see how much that draft just helps. And and he just somewhere between touching and net code. And
I was going to say, he definitely wasn't clear. Moved back over in line to try to take the line away, and then, you see the result here, flying through the air.
I'll give him credit for avoiding him, though. Now, damage is off to encourage bump drafting.
Mm-hmm.
And really because of the Skip Barber cars. But
that's neither here nor there.
Oh, interesting. All right. So it looked like it effectively was just kind of a single car accident the way it fanned out.
Yeah, that worked out pretty well for him. It looked like, I thought I saw, trying to think if that wasn't Trevor Price that had some damage on his car. He looked like he might have been going a little slow in that Butch Lightzinger Dyson tribute, but hopefully he's still in the hunt here as they start to pass the...
Oh, my goodness. Oh, and there we go.
Oh, massive impact.
I'm actually surprised the Skip Barber cars are not in a pack. I wonder if they had an incident.
Yeah. And now we see a change for the lead taking place here after the track position of the Skip Barbers was able to balk the leader just a little bit. Matt Wishart trying it a little bit. Look at...
Got it done.
Yeah. Great pass there. Looks like Josh Chin was actually trying to fight him and keep with him right there side by side, which kind of slows down the two lead cars. But in this case, he got back in single file line. He is immediately pushing Matt Wishart down the back straight. That is a great pace there, starting to set there.
So they're trying to maybe build a gap, obviously, with the damage off. If you can push each other down the front stretch, you might be able to get a little bit of advantage. Doesn't seem to be setting that much of a gap to the guys behind them. So that does create sort of an interesting dynamic because I would assume the drag in the wake on these prototypes is a little bit different from an Indy car. So the hold that it opens up behind it still allows you to suck up if you can.
Yeah, this has become a pretty cool 5-car battle here. We did notice that they just passed what looked like Justin Parcher in one of the Skip Barber cars, and he was running the outside lane up against the wall. So maybe trying to work in that cushion for later in the race.
Yeah, or seeing the writing on the wall and saying, you know what, it's going to be actually better if I don't stay on the line. Or he's building up the cushion.
Man,
We'll see what happens.
strong battle in here. Josh Chin to the bottom,
Already
side by
making the
side
run.
with Wisher.
So here's the question.
And-
Can we run too wide? And the answer is maybe not.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's in the real-time tribute livery there, but he went from 5th to 3rd with that move. Now they're getting a little argy-bargy here on the front straightaway,
There we
trying to
go.
break the draft.
Oh, and the Skip Barber cars are starting to screw it up.
Man, side by side, way up there for Wisher, which not a lot of grip. He's going to hold on to that as they see the Skip Barber cars coming. Who's good in second there, Sean?
P2 would be, I believe that shows is Matt Wishart. And then William Booz.
So I think
P3.
William Booz is actually in the real-time tribute
I
livery
believe
now.
he is, yeah. As they go
So William-
on the high line. Oh, there he goes. There goes William. Can he make it work? Let's go on board. So here's a view from William.
Yeah, good run coming off there. He's got a bump draft going. He's playing it safe, staying single file. Doesn't need a lead right now. Just trying to stay in it for the end. Look at that wheel, Sean. Looks like he's definitely got a good setup, but more movement there than I realized as he's a little wide into two.
Yeah, it's actually surprising how much he's moving the wheel. But he's got
Andy's
the run.
one of those.
Well, I guess at
Yeah,
this point in the race. Go ahead.
I say he seems content here just to kind of push Josh Chin around and get a run as they come up some Skip Barber cars, and the Skip cars go to the bottom, letting them run the outside. So you never know what they're going to do, and it looks like we have a potential change to the lead. But William Booz dropping back to P3 there.
Now at this point in the race, they're not that far. They are on, what lap are they on? Lap 7. So we still have 68 laps to go, so there's no need for William to really push hard. I mean, I think at this point they're probably thinking about breakaway. Now I would.
Yeah.
Oh, and did we just knock Josh Chin out of the way? Where did Josh Chin go? There goes Josh Chin. Wow. So in one little move, Josh falls all the way back to P5. Now that's one of the advantages to the damage off, is at these speeds you can kind of push each other and nudge each other into the wall a little bit. It's not going to hurt you.
Right.
But it killed Josh's momentum, and now he's stuck.
Yeah, but very much still in the hunt. 5-car battle here as they're catching up to another Skip Barber car who's all by himself. And like you said, Sean, something must have happened early on, because those guys should be pack racing as much as these guys at a track like this where you're flat out.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Here comes Blunder.
Oh, so some brake lights there from Matt Wishart.
Yeah.
Surprising to see.
Might have been with the Skip Barber cars coming. Tough to say. And
Ooh,
Josh is going to
boy.
go high.
Yeah, that
It's-
was-
Go ahead.
Did William Booz just get spun out?
Did he take out everybody behind him? Oh, yep. Matt
Oh,
Wishart and
yeah.
William Booz.
Wow.
Oh, let's see what happened. Let's back it up.
Oh, up against the wall, put in reverse.
Oh, yep. So here we go. Did Josh
Yeah, it looked
do
like he might. Hey, definitely got turned going down there in the bottom of one. You run three back to back like that bump draft.
Oh, yeah, he just pushed that. So Josh
he got the-
Chin was right on his right rear, just pushing him into one there.
Yeah,
And that's all it took, and there goes William.
man, Matt Wishart almost held on to that and would have only lost a few seconds, but ended up getting spun there at the end by William Booz, who was trying to hang on to it. But yeah, it looked like he had a big push there as Noah Wheeler barely gets by.
Interesting.
Yeah, it looked like a big push there and brought him down to the bottom, and he cut the nose off of Wishart. Wishart had nowhere to go, and that's what caused that. So
Exactly. We'll see that one more time. But, yeah, you can definitely see here. We'll slow it down a little bit. But in the white and purple, that's Josh Chin. Notice how he just had his
Yeah.
had his left front. So that is what Josh has become kind of known for.
being a real piece of shit. That's what you meant, right?
Sure.
Sean Heckman, you said that, right?
I did. Interesting.
We're-
We're on the
we're
same team,
tied.
you know.
Right.
The complaint letter goes to the same sponsor.
Right, it sure does. These guys are mean for no reason.
All right. Well, it remains tight, but again, we're only 11 laps into a 75 lap race. The likelihood for yellows is fairly certain. So, whatever, as long as, so a guy like William Booz, as long as he doesn't go a lap down, it's still all to play for. There's plenty of ways to catch up and work through the field. So we'll just have to see how this translates out. As we try 3 wide, I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, it looks like they've got enough grip that they can do that, only scrub a little bit of speed, and then kind of keep it going here. But we're hearing from race control there's possibly quite a bit of debris out on track. Sean, what are you hearing?
That is the rumor. I'm not sure if we can. Oh, yeah, there's a Skip Barber car flipping. Looks like we're going to go yellow. Looks like we're going to go yellow.
Justin Archer, I think he landed in the parking lot.
Exactly. Now, if this is and we're yellow. And we're yellow. And now this is where the race gets interesting. And we also have to fill time because we're under yellow.
and that part. Let's do a quick Michelin tire breakdown and pretend like it's not paid for advertisement.
Oh,
wait,
right.
Wait, no, we don't do that.
No, we don't. Well, we flat out say it's the Continental Tire Cup.
Yeah.
Now the difference, we'll just pander but be obvious about it. Also not insult our fans and talk down to them.
Yeah, listen, you idiots.
Oh, we actually do that.
Did you say doo-doo?
We do that.
Big night.
Big
night.
Doo-doo.
A lot of doo-doo going on around here.
All right, so they're slowing up, waiting for the pace car to catch by. Now, this will be an interesting opportunity because rumor has it that the Skip Barber cars will get a pretty good chance to all kind of get their laps back if they've all got separated and put a couple laps down. Translating that to Thursday, it might be a chance to keep all the pros in it so that they don't leave early because they're 3 laps down.
It looks like our leader is pushing a lap down Skip Barber car.
Sure. Uh-oh. He is.
Yeah, Josh is in.
Now, if he intentionally wrecks that Skip Barber car, is that unsportsmanlike conduct?
Is that what it's going to take?
I don't know.
Then yes, it is.
Oh, they're slowing down. They've caught the pace car.
Yeah.
Oh, I think what was happening. I wonder if Josh was trying to speed up the Skip Barber car in the hopes that he could get to the pits quicker than some of the HPDs that hadn't caught up yet. Might be some strategy. Go ahead.
Zach Trump with an interesting point. He says we should just play the banana phone during the yellow. And I wanted to point out to you that yesterday, all on my own, while I was just working away on my computer, I just started out loud singing banana phone.
There you go.
No prompting. You haven't played it in a while.
It's going to be a fun car ride.
I was just doing the whole thing. So
now, I don't know what the tire and fuel strategy is going to be, but yep, they're all coming in. Interesting.
Wow.
Jake Witcher deciding, no, I'm good.
Yeah. Maybe old tires are the way to go. They're not.
I'm not sure about that, Jake. I mean, looking at the weather forecast, not sure how that strategy is going to play out, but why not?
Yeah. Now, you know what he did? He waited did the opposite. Very common.
Yeah.
This happens in stock car racing when tire degradation is a massive problem. And what I learned this past weekend was that Alan Gustafson's a moron.
Yeah. Now,
and that Twitter knows.
You should be following Cole Pern on Twitter as it is. But if you haven't been following Cole Pern in the last couple of weeks, now that he really don't give a shit, you are missing something fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Because his Twitter commentary is so no holds barred, it's entertaining. But his not even kind of shade at Alan Gustafson at the end was something remarkable.
Yeah.
So. All right.
Yeah, I have
that's
a feeling.
Go ahead. What? I can't hear you very clearly. Ryan can't hear you.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's
going
to be background there because it's sick. I'm still here.
Oh, all I heard was I had a feeling, and then you broke up.
How about meow?
Meow.
How about meow?
Sad. Go on. Up, and Ryan's dead. We've lost Ryan.
Maybe Russia.
I didn't hear a word you said. You disconnected, and I started hearing, and he's gone. Well, this isn't good. Hopefully this doesn't happen tomorrow. Thursday, whatever day we go on the air. Hey, it's Ryan! What's going on in the chat room, Ryan?
Yeah, just the usual. Somebody wanted to make sure. I think it's Jen Spencer saying she wasn't going to tell her sponsor said Michelin. Oh, I said Michelin on purpose.
That might have had nothing to do with our own sponsors, and more to do with people integrating sponsors, thinking that they're being clever, and maybe they're not as clever as they think.
Correct.
Continental Tire, Continental Tire, Continental Tire, Continental Tire.
Yeah. Well, Sean,
Yes.
that reminds me. Remember that time we went down to the Continental Tire plant in Florence, South Carolina?
Yeah.
Let's take a look real quick how that went. Since there happens to be a yellow and we have 5 classes doing driver changes.
Now, it's interesting. There's a lot of technology in these HPD engines that they're running. And, that technology, Ryan, wouldn't work without really good oil keeping it smooth. I'd like to know more, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I sure would. If only we had an expert. Oh, we have someone from Valvoline right here at the HPD plant.
Interesting. Now, we need somebody funny and witty, but maybe not really, but they say cute things and sound energetic. Let's put them on the air to give us something funny as a segment. But let's actually not do anything funny and just shoot them, hoping that something funny might come out of their mouth, but there's clearly been nothing planned.
Also, they have to have an accent.
Well, now you've gone too far, Ryan.
You can't do that.
As you and I like to say, and there's no context to this, to anybody who doesn't know the story, all right, be funny, go.
Go. What does my suit say?
Man, that last week they were just shitty.
Yeah, it's almost like but then man, the podcasts this year were great.
Yeah, there was so much.
They started angry. That's why.
It's the key. Depression and anger equals excellence, but not for live streaming. You want to look at some liveries? Let's look at some goddamn liveries.
Sounds good.
We're doing wave rounds, so it looks like we're giving everybody a chance to catch back up, because that is why we run the races. So Ben Wedge, let's see who else we've got. So let's start with Jake Witcher at the front. So Jake Witcher, that is a Brickyard Sam Elliott tribute. Jake, if you're still working on your livery, you left the wireframe on. I don't know if that was intentional. Pace car. And Greg Melver. Oh, wait, we went the wrong way. And then Ben Wedge. And
Ben Wedge, good dude.
Thomas Manning. A lot of, as we would expect, a lot of real-time liveries. Thomas Manning went my direction. I run a very similar livery because I'm a giant fan of Peter Cox.
That's not true at all.
Michael Berg.
Who works at iRacing?
Matt Kikis, who's been a long-time guy. Liking that sponsor, by the way. Jeremy Lines. Ooh, Cheetos. Matt Struckman.
Yeah, I like the Cheetos car.
Got the... Trevor Price. There we go. That is pretty badass. Got the Lightsinger helmet with the full-on Dyson livery. Everything about this is correct, as Alvin Springer would say.
Yeah, is Josh Dorsey in this race?
Joe Dorsey? Joe Dorsey's in the final. Sorry. He's in the final. He doesn't need to be.
Okay, yeah. He's done my helmet on the iRacing game.
Oh, cool.
For this, which is pretty neat. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool.
Alan Space. Ooh, he's got a shiny car. Look at that.
Oh, hey, Sean, guess what? When you said you liked Peter Cox, the chat room said you like... Sorry, it's too much.
Oh, that I'm a big fan of penis?
Yeah, it's a dick joke.
Oh.
It's not at all related to the fact that you and Peter Cox both once said to each other, number 2s.
Well, no, I said that to him.
Yeah.
And he had no idea what joke I was making.
Yeah.
I forgot we were doing something. You and I and Peter, we were at some track, and you were with Real Time, and I went to pay a visit. And for some reason, I was like, I'm going to post a photo. Peter, stand next to me. Say number 2s. Yeah. And he was like, okay. And it's like, no idea that I was being a piece of shit. I was proud of it.
I am a big Mark Wilkins fan, so that livery's fine by me.
Oh, right. Yeah. Mark Wilkins. I forgot about that.
I'm a big fan of Pat Long's brother-in-law.
And we're green,
Oh, okay.
apparently. All right, last chance qualifying. Let's go. Let's pay some attention to the skippies. What's going on here? Why are there? Oh, somebody's dead. Man, they fan out quick. How does that happen?
Yeah, I don't know. People wrecking people?
I don't know. That's let's go back to the restart because I'm very confused how the Skip Barber cars fan out so quickly. Is it how they jump each other? Is that a yellow? Is this? So this is the restart. Now there is a little bit of confusion because, of course, the way these wave bys work, that maybe these Skip Barber cars and the HPD cars get a little bit. Maybe it just gets a little bit scrambled here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let's fast forward just a little bit. Because I'm really surprised that they're not just one giant pack. So this is the restart that we're fast forwarding to. But yeah,
Dustin Hamilton thinks he made me uncomfortable. I have no idea what he's talking about.
I don't know. So the reason that they so that's interesting. So the reason they get split is because there were some HPDs hanging in the back. And that sucks. So what happens is, right there you see Lance Snyder. So I think Lance Snyder was maybe trying to get a jump on everybody by accelerating early, but what he really did was push the Skip Barbers back because they can't pass him.
Right.
So if you watch this restart, that's unfortunate. Now we'll probably have another yellow, I'm guessing. But yeah, see how Lance Snyder was sitting back there trying to maybe get a jump, and so these poor skippies are like, I gotta go. So they'll have to work together.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Oh well.
That's not what you were trying to do. Curious.
All right, let's catch back up.
Because if that was trying to get a jump, he did a terrible job.
Yeah, who knows?
Drink of choice tonight, Sean. What do you got?
Water.
Ooh, man, hitting it.
I know, I'm going hard. So I guess we'll keep this as an on-air conversation because why not? So I've been the last couple of weeks trying to, one, between knowing that we're going to go back to shooting, and two, because I should be a human being. I've been trying to go a little bit back more on the fitness and diet regimen. Now, I don't bicycle. One, I'm not much of a bike guy to begin with, but also, without getting too much into it, would you bike where I live? Just putting it out there. And that's not a danger joke in terms of crime. The driving standards where I live in Los Angeles are maybe a little low. And so biking is not necessarily a good idea. Running is not really a thing I would do outside. There's no gyms. So I've been doing a lot of this is so nerdy, but I've been doing a lot of very physically intensive VR. And I've been drinking a lot of water. And that's my story.
And that's what I'm doing.
Yep.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I would say I'm drinking water too. It's also got vodka in it.
Oh, well, there you go. That's not really an option for me. I mean, it could be an option, but nah. Why are they so spread out? What is up with these Skip Barber cars? Man. How do they? That is unfortunate. Look how spread out they are. There's no packs at all with the Skip Barbers. We'll have to get to the bottom of this. I wonder what the deal is. Huh. All right. Well, back to HPDs then.
Well, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, some real racing.
All right. Well, we're going to have to get to the bottom of that later. But meanwhile, the HPD race, pretty good. Look at that. So leading, it says Joshin is a leader, but that must have been when they crossed the line. Matt Wishart, back to number 1.
Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job. They're running fairly competitive times that they ran in practice. But the thing I'm noticing the most is that they seem to run a lot of understeer going into 1 and 3. Like you can really hear the tires when we go to the in-car that they're shoving. Yeah. And when they get a little late on the turn-in, it shoves, but they don't lose that much speed. So I don't know if later in the run these things are going to fall off
Yeah, and then,
or if the tire model just is like, for that.
well, we'll see. This is the, quote, new tire model on these cars. I don't quite know how the runoff will be. But if we were to say, I don't know, have an extended green. Oh, we lost video feed.
Cool.
Hold on. And it's back. But
Sure.
if we were to,
All right.
all right, we're back. But if we were to stay green for a little while, we'd get a sense of that. Because I would imagine, yeah, if you're hearing tires squeal, that means you'll lose tire. That also means as you get later in the run and behind other cars, there won't be as much of a, there won't be 2 lanes all of a sudden. So that's
So my video feed's gone.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. We're off to a great start.
That's why we run the practices.
Yeah. We just need to make it through.
Like 48 hours, man.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. I'm going to hang up on you entirely.
Sounds good. Bye forever. Shadow, Sean.
And we're back. Oh, I heard crunching of cars. I don't know where that was coming from. Oh.
Oh God.
Yeah. What was that? Who was that? Was that? Yeah, I don't know who that was. Oh well. Oh, I'm guessing it was. Was that Brian Stilley?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Yep.
he's just stuck. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. How
Hey,
did that happen?
whoa.
Oh. All right, so this was for this for the top 10, I'm going to
Yeah.
say. And there he went, and there he is. So what happened here? So we've got the
Is that him and
run.
William Booz and Trevor Price?
Well, there's a couple different. That's Greg Mefford. So there's a couple different
Okay.
real-time cars out there.
Yep.
And okay, got safely through the Skippy. And so what happens? Coming out of 4 down the front stretch, Mefford, Stilley. Oh, well, he just turned him.
Wow. Yeah.
I think. Did he think there was a gap? Was that just Kyle Busch on Chase Elliott kind of move there? Or what? Oh,
Oh yeah. Good
all
job,
right.
Skippy.
And now he's on his roof.
Yeah. So you like to see there.
Oh, somebody else was on. Who else was on his roof? Oh, we lost him. All right. Well, don't know what happened there.
Back to it.
And we'll go back to live. Now, the other thing is this is a 75-lap race, which is the exact
Yeah.
same distance as Thursday's race. And one of the things we're testing here is that too long? You know, would it be better as a 50-lap race or something like that?
Well, so far, I mean, I would watch this top 5 battle for an hour, no problem.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Yeah.
Are they using their blinkers on each other?
I don't know if those are blinkers or if it's just the way you see the headlights when they're flashing them.
No, those are blinkers. That's Josh Chin.
Well, it looked like he was flashing his headlights.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I meant, flashing his headlights.
Yeah, yeah.
But, like, what is that going to really intimidate him? Is Matt Wishart like, oh, I'll move over because Josh Chin is flashing me?
Well, I would guess that close up with those mirrors, you can't see those lights.
Yeah. So you're just wasting mental energy.
Well, you don't have a lot.
Oh, no. Oh! And Josh Chin, Rex, we're not going to go yellow. We're not going to go yellow because it's only Josh Chin.
No, everything looks good to go.
Everything looks fine. It's just a single car accident.
Yeah. I mean, if there was like a hot dog wrapper or something, we'd consider it. But no,
Yeah.
we're good.
But yeah, it's just Josh Chin nosing into a turn 2 wall. Plus, he's on the lead lap.
Now, John Kent is asking if there's any chance of a yellow.
There might be, but I think we could wait.
Yeah. I mean, we can see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the weather, it looks like it's clear for a few more laps.
It's Indiana summers, man. They'll
Yeah,
get you.
you just can't predict what the weather is like in Indiana. All right, now it's up to Michael Berg, who, as of this timing says he's P1, but it looks like Jacob Witcher has actually moved to P1. Look at him dipping down to try
Scaring
and
the
get
hell out of the Skip Barber
yeah,
car
trying
for
to
no
get that
reason?
little bit of a toe off the Skip Barber. It kind of worked though.
Now, Michael Berg works at iRacing, so
Yeah.
if he wins, it's obviously, it's rigged.
Yeah, everyone has a fixed setup but him.
Right.
Clearly. I'm still curious how the Skip Barber cars separate so quickly. Because that's actually surprising and too bad. Oh no, the leaders are all crashing.
Whoa, wow.
Oh,
And I
all
like
of
how
them.
they managed to take all of each other out.
And Michael Berg is going to stay out front.
Sean, isn't it a little strange to you that the only car that didn't take any action there
Was the iRacing guy?
guy that worked at iRacing?
Well, now he's got company. Now
Interesting.
he's got Matt Kikas and that DHL prototype. And Matt's got to run, and he's going to take the lead.
Yeah, he actually took that away from him pretty effortlessly there, so that was interesting.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean Michael Berg wants to sit P2 and get the draft?
Yeah, or save fuel. I mean, they don't know how long it'll go green. We could go yellow right now, but we could also stay green till the end. You just don't know.
Yeah, he specifically went wide in 1 and 2 there, and Kikas just drove right underneath them like it was no big deal. So that was strange.
Well, Michael Berg has won a few races with us in the past. He very impressively won in the dirt winged sprint car at Le Mans.
Yeah, big win.
So the dude knows how to drive, and the dude knows how to make the most out of the equipment that he's got. So how he deals with Matt Kikas here will be interesting. So bump drafting is definitely the theme of now. We're in the middle portions of the race. It is lap 32 of 75 in the books. And so this is the middle portion where just trying to gap everybody else, work on your fuel mileage, see what else you've got, see how the tires wear down, I think is going to be a pretty key factor. But we're now about 20-plus laps into the stint. And Michael is able to very cleanly stay behind Kikas. So I don't know that tire wear is necessarily killing him the way you think it might.
Yeah.
Because notice how he's just glued there and he's fine. So let's go to the onboard and take a listen.
Yeah, I don't know if this is planned, if they're working together or not, but I still think that Michael Berg wanted to be in P2 there.
Oop. So let's see what it is. Yeah, notice how, he's definitely happy to be there. Bump drafting. Crack out of the throttle, but back into it. And I guess the draft is just so good that you can suck right back up.
You see the speed difference here as they go by a Skip Barber car. Pretty massive. Interesting.
Yeah. But we'll listen to the throttle.
Yeah, it looks like
Big
gives them a little bit of room there. Gets the run coming out as they go through the short chute. And now as they come back through 3, you see they pass the Skip Barber car there. Sorry, out of 2. And another one.
Yeah.
Good.
To your point, I wonder if part of that lift going into 1 and 3 is just to dislodge the rear end, just to not spin out Matt Kikas. Because if he stays planted on the throttle, then you'll have what happened with Josh Chin earlier. So these guys, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but they're working very, very well together. So depending on how this race unfolds, that could be a very effective strategy. That if these two can build a bit of a trust and a bond, if they can help each other get to the front and then just race each other for the last lap or 2, that could be a really good position to be in. Interesting.
I'm wondering if the pack behind them has made any gaps there, because they were definitely pretty far back. Right. And then these two started working together, and I couldn't tell if it looked like William Boo's back there.
Take a look. But I like that teamwork. Unfortunately, only one person will advance. So that's Matt Struckman, Noah Wheeler, and Dustin Besch, all battling for the top to get into the third. But the question is, can these 3 working together, is that more advantageous than 2 cars working together? Apparently we have Cheeto's teammates.
Yeah, what's the gap there? And is it holding steady, or are they onto something in the lead there with the first
last
cars?
gap is 1.6 from Mike Berg to the leader.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what happens next time around, although they did just have traffic. But Noah
Yeah.
Wheeler does not seem to be racing him, and he's happy to just be tucked in, it looks like. So
So
we'll
if these three cars here running third through fifth can work together, they can probably make some time up here instead of being side by side in certain places.
Correct. So let's see here. So there's Noah going wide into 4. So we'll see what happens when they cross the line. Did they gain? Did they lose? Did they hold? But yeah, so I would say as tires go, they definitely do fan out.
Yeah.
They picked up a tenth. They went from 1.6 to 1.5. Now maybe half a tenth, but it
Right.
did help. And I do wonder. Now that could be traffic too. I mean, a tenth is so easy to come or go here.
Sure. Yeah, just getting a little bit of understeer or something like that can bog you down.
Exactly, especially when they're trying to go high around these Skip Barber cars.
Yeah.
All right, so we are 37.
Hearing a lot of chatter in the chat room about people needing wave buys, like Devin Peters and a couple other things. But sounds like Race Control is going to get a beer and a hot dog real quick. So I don't know if we're going to be able to help anybody for a while, or if they're going to be any
There's
yellows.
not a whole lot
for
we
a
can do,
while.
but yeah, I mean, the general philosophy that's being held is this is what I hear from Race Control, is
Right.
that as a warm up for Thursday, the Skip Barber cars will probably always get their laps back, but that guarantee does not continue on to the HPDs. If they're a lap down, we'll
Right.
try. But if you're multiple laps down in the HPD, you're probably stuck because we can't have 35 yellow flag laps trying to get everybody back on. So, okay, we're yellow.
Oh.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's a thing.
All right. So apparently, we're yellow. Yeah. So wasn't expecting that.
Apparently, there's a pop up rain
yeah,
shower.
I saw that.
Yeah.
So, all right. Moving on. So let's see what happens as a result of this yellow. That was not necessarily expected. And we'll go from there. All right. So Matt Kekis now leading. Are they blocking wave around cars? What are they doing?
Yeah, not sure if they know what they got going. Alrighty.
All right.
Alrighty, looking great.
So let's see, will people make stops? Because, so here on lap 40 of 75, I haven't really gotten a sense, but that'll basically mean if there's about 3 or 4 more laps of yellow, presumably they'll have about a 32 or 33 lap run to the end. So I don't know if that's quite enough. I don't know if we'll have another yellow at the end.
Right.
The smart choice seems to be everybody stopping, which probably is also 4 tires, to your point. And then, of course, we'll have a lot of Skip Barber cars getting their laps back if time permits.
Now, do we let a car that says Porsche all over it move into the final?
It depends on the person. So Matt
Right.
Kekis has been around for a while.
Yeah, he's been a good dude, but
So
got a lot of questions here.
Noah Wheeler also doing his best to screw us up, but because it had Steve Luvender on the front hood, I'll give him a little bit of a pass on that.
Yeah, real little.
Small.
Yeah.
And then I think it was Matt Wishart in the blue and pink livery. I trust Matt Wishart didn't put anything offensive on there. I just don't know what that reference is.
Right.
So we're not going to look at it any further because I don't want to find out that I was wrong, and it's horrible.
Hearing from our executive producer, Andrew Barca, that NASCAR trucks have started and Chase Elliott
Yep.
is just taking the lead.
Well, thanks, Andrew, for advertising something other than our stream. But yeah, Chase Elliott is currently leading Matt Craft, and I'm not totally watching it right now, too.
Yeah.
And this is the big the big bounty race.
Yeah.
Since Kyle Busch
I
is in it.
Yeah, I can't actually because the Wi-Fi I'm using it goes back to being blurry and I can't tell what I'm looking at on our stream.
Yeah,
So
copy.
I appreciate Andrew Barker writing in with some information.
I appreciate Andrew's efforts. But
I
at the same
appreciate
time,
Andrew.
how dare you try and distract people from our test stream? From our stream that literally says this is just a test on the front.
So Noah just wrote in third person that his car has an Acura logo on the front.
Does it? Because the paint job says
the
otherwise.
third person part. I'm out.
All right. Looks like we got some Skip Barber wave buys going on.
So let's talk about this while that's happening.
Yeah.
So we haven't really discussed any of this stuff with our partners in terms of like what we're doing. We've said, hey, we're going to do a league.
Yeah.
So let's shut down, kill some time, make some fans happy, etc.
Sure.
I'm pretty confident nobody at HPD knows we're doing this.
Yeah, I have zero doubt of that.
And I'm going to chalk some of it up to the marketing team that they're using now.
Let's say like our marketing team.
No. How dare you, sir?
Because I'm pretty sure that's us. But go on.
Yeah, right. I'd say we're doing our damnedest here to put stuff out there. So what I would like from everybody participating, whether you're a team, driver, follower, watcher, whatever, tweet the shit out of HPD for the next 3 days for this, because I really want somebody to go, did we pay for this?
What is this? Yeah. My favorite thing is all the Acura NASCARs.
Yeah,
You know,
I love
like
that.
some 24-year-old is like looking at their calendar of what they're supposed to be posting. Like, I don't know that we did a NASCAR. Did we? We probably should have announced that.
Is that what we're doing tomorrow during the TLX launch?
Yeah. I saw there's a NASCAR race. Are we in that?
Yeah, I didn't know. Did we hire Jimmy Johnson? Steve Johnson? Who? But yeah, no, I like the idea that it's been pretty openly obvious to me that they have no idea what we're up to.
Yeah, that kind of doesn't surprise me.
So I'd like to finish this out on a high note of us blasting the shit out of HPD, because some of the HPD folks that do that Twitter account I know are paying attention, and then some aren't.
Yep, exactly.
And I like the idea of them being like, "Did you know about this?" Yeah, I didn't know about this. We did.
It's not on the calendar.
Right.
That's my go-to when it makes fun of social media.
Yeah, one of my engineers, Cooper, is saying, and LA Honda. No, Coop. LA Hondas, we're good.
They're great.
They're not a part of this.
They provide great cars. Great race cars.
My California, hands down.
Sales and service.
I might type from them.
You're breaking up. I couldn't hear you. But Jason Skeen now doing his lap out. Yeah, sorry, Ryan. Unfortunately, you're breaking up pretty bad.
Is it the audio from the?
No, it's absolutely off of Skype. It's every other word for whatever reason.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Yeah. That's why I think it's the incoming stream off of your end. All right, so Jason Skeen catching up to the back of the pack here. Looks like we'll have to wait till they cross the line to see who's on what lap, because we do have several Skip Barber cars down. But is that Jason getting away by? Okay, Jason's just running somebody off the road. I don't quite know what that was. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That's a yellow. Jason, what are you doing? Who is that? That was Doug Waite, and Doug Waite just gets turned.
Doug Waite's a good guy. Why you gotta be like
that? All right.
Guy's got kids and a family. I don't know. I guess.
I don't.
And he's just doing his thing, living his dreams at Indy.
All right. Looks like we're going green. And no, we're staying yellow. We're staying yellow, and is that Jason Skeen getting his lap back? I think what we're trying to do is give a bunch of people in Skip Barber cars a lap back.
Well, they need to earn it by putting on a show when we go back to green.
Yeah. Don't screw this up, Skippies.
We need this.
All right. So looks like 4 cars are now on the lead lap. I think poor James Nelson is screwed. Yeah, he's just gonna be stuck. Oh wait, he got his wave.
Who's
by.
that?
That's James Nelson, but it looks like he just got the wave around.
Yeah. And we're hearing Devin Peters needs a lap back too, but I don't know if we can do that. I have no clue.
Let's see. Where is Devin Peters in the?
Right above Manning, 3.
HPD cars. Well, it looks like he's on the lead lap, so I think he's okay. So yeah. But also
Nicely.
HPD cars like Thomas Manning, for example, who's 4 laps back. Like we can't save that, and we can't hold up the yellows for that. Same with Dinesh or Lance Snyder.
That's a bummer. Well, for Dinesh.
Yep. I would actually say, based on the fact they're 12 laps down and it's 8:50, I would imagine they quit to go to the next session.
Right.
So, if I was a betting man.
You're not a betting man, are you?
I've bet on occasion.
Yeah?
I try to, just like my avoidance of alcohol and drugs, I try to avoid gambling, but sometimes I'll bet. Actually, I was in Vegas last year for the NASCAR race, and the person I was with, I was like, we're going to the NASCAR race, I'm going to put money down on the NASCAR race.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I'm going to do Truex. And she's like, don't do Truex. That's too obvious. I'm like, why? She's like, because you love that car. I'm like, right. That's why I want to put money down. She's like, no, you should go with somebody else. I was like, fine. So I went with Kurt Busch because he was local, and Truex won. And I was so mad. It's like, I could have made $20.
That's a Sean Heckman story right there.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually the last time I bet, because gambling doesn't do anything for me. Like I've tried. I'm like, maybe there's some fun here, but I just don't.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything for me. However, I do bet on the Indy 500 with our friend Josh Fahey and his crew.
Oh, so it's like a local pool. It's not like on a sports betting
Well, no,
site.
there's like a bookie and everything involved.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, and that's actually fun because it's such a crapshoot sometimes with that race.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you put like $20 down on, and this isn't a dig, but on like Oriole Servia, well, like 2 years ago when he was leading with like 4 to go on fuel mileage.
Right.
I put 20 down on him. If he had won, it was like, it paid out like $4,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, I'll pay $20.
That is
and cheer for my buddy. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right, so we have all kinds of jockeying. Looks like we went yellow again. I don't know what's going on. So this is the challenge when people start bitching about needing wave buys and stuff, is that you get this exact scenario. So this is why we wanted to have Victor run tonight.
Yeah.
Because not that the LCQ isn't a big deal, but I'd rather mistakes were made now and kind of figure out what works for you than go the other way. So Ian Farrell just got a wave by. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but Victor will figure it out. There's Justin Parcher.
Should we get people betting on our races? Is that how we start making money doing this?
I've given up on figuring out how to make money. Somebody smarter than me has to jump in on that.
The house always wins, Sean.
Yeah.
Except for when it's dinner with racers.
Yep. And then it's just anybody.
Yeah. It's like, oh, hey, we have nothing to do with this. Can we profit off of you?
Yeah. Vendors, charities. All right. We're green. Here we go. All right. Skip Barber cars. Pressure's on you.
Don't let us down.
Restart. You better run as a pack this time. Otherwise, what was this all for?
Pack up.
Pack up.
4 of you. 4 of you made it. Okay.
4 is better than 2?
What is this?
Man.
Like, aren't these things just flat out?
No. So here's the thing. We did some practice races a couple weeks ago. These are genuinely hard. Because even though you're flat, that back end does slide, especially on cold tires. Like, it takes a few laps to get up to temp. So the mistake is that you think it's flat. Like, once you actually figure out the momentum of how the car turns around, it's actually pretty easy to do. But you have to understand that you have to respect that, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
Like, you have to go in going like, oh, this car can spin, so I have to respect the rear end a little bit. If you go in going, oh, it's flat and it's easy, that's where you wreck. See, these guys have finally looked like they figured it out now.
And crash.
All right, so that is. So Ian Farrell backed up.
Is he lifting?
I think I don't know what he's doing. I think he got waved by accidentally. I don't want to speculate because I don't actually know. But
Sure.
that's what it looks like. And so now he's. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. And Dustin
Okay, according to
Besh-
Victor, that's exactly what's happening.
Okay.
He's waiting for then the rest of this could be passed.
So he accidentally waved Ian by, I'm assuming.
He said he's been asked to wait up for them, and he's doing it.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so easy to wave the wrong guy by or not understand what the timing is telling you because, as you see, that timing and scoring bar will give you gaps, but maybe they're in a different part of the track, so that gap's not accurate. So you'll think somebody's a lap down and they're the leader or whatever. So it's an easy mistake to make, and that's why Victor is doing this now. But to Ian's credit, and that's worth something, he could have just run away and cheated. And he's like, no, I'll honor this. So hopefully the gods of karma will pay that back.
Well, probably not.
Yeah, probably
so we
not.
have
That's
a
not how it
question
works.
from Aaron Smith. He's asking, is it still a fixed setup for the HPD?
Yep. Yes, it is.
All right, we see our overall leaders coming through here with a really big pack for the P2 cars. So that's great
what
to
we wanna
see.
So
Yeah,
maybe
we
for
might
the
have to
final
switch
we'll watch
to
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a huge battle.
I'm just happy that there is a Skip Barber pack and it's
okay,
over.
so that lasted no time.
Well, no, 4 of them stayed in it.
Oh,
gosh.
keep us-
What? Oh, that did happen. Yes. All right. Finally, the calamity that we asked for, kind of. Who was that? It's Jeremy Lyons.
He's like just doing his own thing.
Oh, yeah. What could he... Oh. Poor Jeremy.
It's amazing how quickly that car slowed down and totally unrealistic.
Yep. So if Jeremy got on the radio right now asking for a tow, you know what I would say? Jeremy's spoken. No. Okay. Matt Kikas is leading. Dustin
Aaron
Besh.
Smith says he's looking forward to finishing second on Thursday. Ha 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 ha.
All right. Nah, he
Okay.
will with that attitude.
Chris Knisley said, "Great job, Victor. Hard job for sure." And I read hand job. I swear I did. I was like, "Oh,
Great hand
okay."
jobs, Victor.
Nicely handing out the goods tonight.
Yeah.
Oh wait, nope, that's R.
This isn't easy, especially with trying to give people laps back and trying to be fair and all that. Like it's I'll give Victor credit for that, and that's why we wanted to have him here tonight to get all this kind of stuff sorted, because there are so many ways for it to go wrong. Wow, 3 wide. So new tires.
Yeah.
Track is now getting dark, so it's cooling down. Lap 49. Interesting.
Good battle here. What's the battle? Okay, so they have a little bit. Oh, look at that one back there too.
Let's go a couple spots back here. Let's see.
Say battle for like 7th is killer
yeah,
too.
so this is Jacob Witcher. He is P6.
Yeah.
And they're so far back that I don't know how much you can really do about it to catch back up without working together.
Yeah, they're going to need to have.
that was Trevor Price.
Slacking that P2 car into the fence. So, oof. I'm assuming these guys need to really hope that the Skippies get in the way and cause that lead pack to have a small issue so they can kind of weasel their way back up there, because this is a good battle here, 6 to 12 basically.
Yeah. But unfortunately, as they're battling, that means they're not catching. So if we look right now, Jacob is 2.4 seconds back to leader Michael Berg. And I bet that gap will increase when they cross the line here because they're so busy with each other. So we'll see here. He crosses the line right there. And actually kind of basically it held.
Yeah.
2.418.
So we have a comment from Zach Trump, and I think he's right. It says the scaling of the broadcast is a little off. It's like zoomed in, and Chris Gallagher says the same. And honestly, when I was looking at it, I was like, why can't I see the positions on the screen?
Oh, interesting. All right. Well, then let's work on that.
Yeah, because I'm on the what you see page tonight.
And that should, so what I'm seeing from my vantage point from the output looks correct. If you're seeing iRacing.com in its full text, then that means you are seeing the whole thing.
Okay, according to Barker, that's better. I didn't see if anything changed.
Oh no!
Oh,
What just happened?
gosh. Back home again.
Oh, William Booz.
He kept the
Devin
wing on
Peterson.
it.
On the damage off race? Yes, he did.
Yeah, he kept the wing on it.
All
Trying to
right,
give the guy some credit.
let's see William Booz. All right, let's see what happens here. So it looks
Driving
like they
on,
all,
driving. Go on.
and so we're gonna go slow motion. Oh, looks like he's William. Yep, William tagged him. Going into one.
Yeah, you gotta get down, man. You gotta get lower.
Oh, and that's it. Oof.
Oh boy, can you imagine?
Rather not.
Back home again. In Indiana.
Skirt, skirt.
Skirt, skirt.
Huh? Did you like that little addition?
I like that. Add that in all the time.
TYO. Oh no, is it TYO? TKYO? Doesn't matter.
COVID. What's up? Back again for the 99 and the 2000. What?
What happened to Cheddar to Connect?
I was thinking that today when I was doing some research on one of our things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheddar to Connect. For those who don't know, this is a season 1 2015 joke. Cheddar to Connect was a rapper. He's part of there's a rate. Well, I guess I can't give it away because that was one of your Twitter questions, but there's a station we listen to quite a bit on the MDX's Sirius channel. And Cheddar to Connect in 2015 was played all the time, and I would tweet him every day, just hoping for a response, and he never responded.
Yeah, never once.
Where is he
I was
now?
like, why are you guys still messaging us?
Yeah. Please leave me alone, sir.
I'm starting a career as a lawyer. I'd appreciate it if you left me alone.
Signed, CDC.
Check.
CD Connect. Pretty cool little 5-way battle there.
Yeah, that's been good.
Yeah. Oh, and they're gonna get. Oh, wow! That was awesome. Nice. That I'll give Noah credit. He actually avoided that one pretty well.
Nobody did that on purpose. No one gets credit for that.
All right. So this is that front. That is fantastic. Oh, he's got the Bosey on board and everything.
He's got a 44 on there for probably your team.
Presumably. Well, in fairness, he's like, he refers to himself as a Magnus OG, and that is actually very earned because going back to way, way long ago when, 2012, 2013, when the Magnus started in 2010, but 2012 was when I got more personally involved, and the brand definitely changed. And Noah's been on board that whole time.
Yeah. Neat. So anyways.
Never mind. I shouldn't make the joke I was about to make. There was a staffing change.
Copy. In Indiana.
Oh, wait. Should I give you my Timbaland remix?
Oh, give it to me.
Do it again. Give me some Jim Neighbors.
Back home again in Indiana.
That's it.
Do it again.
Have you ever remember that song "Apologize" by One Republic? Yeah. That was my Timbaland remix. Like they did a remix with Timbaland, but Timbaland's idea is like, we'll take the exact same song, we won't change it, but I'll club a seal. Right? Is that not exactly what happened? It's too late to apologize. Like what? That's your remix, Timbaland? Come on.
I didn't do anything other than the and you're like, yeah.
That's exactly my point. It's the exact same song outside of the death of a seal.
Mm-hmm. That seal, who's a phenomenal performer.
Who's phenomenal. I would apologize to Seal, but it's too late to apologize. See? We've never rehearsed that, and yet you already knew what I was doing. That's the scary part about this deal.
Right away, got it. That's why this doesn't work.
Yep, that's why we're poor. Because people are like, well, that looks easy. I shouldn't pay for this.
Wait. I'll just do my own version of
Yeah.
this show.
Can't we just do something where I'm English and condescending?
And just to be clear, my dad's not watching, but if he was, we're not referring to him.
5-way back. This is actually a really good race.
Yeah, I mean, normally I'm pissed off when our guys are doing a good job and putting on a good race, but that's kind of what we wanted in this
Yeah,
one.
exactly. All right, lap 60 of 75.
And it's getting dark there.
It is, yeah. It probably will be a little different for Thursday because the race will have to start earlier due to a longer practice time for the broadcast setup.
Mm-hmm.
But this is getting very dark. And, if... oh, wow. No, almost wrecking. And so, I don't know what you think, Ryan, but, like, it almost might... Not yet, but it might go dark, or might go yellow for being too dark.
But not yet, right, Victor?
But not yet.
Sean?
Which is weird because then it'll go green. But we'll see.
Ooh, Noah to the bottom.
Noah. I'm liking the bravery on Noah. I'm liking the bravery. Also,
or stupidity. Either way, it's still good on TV.
If Josh Chin wrecks from it, I'm fine with it. So we'll see.
I'm going to laugh. Like, we're going to be at a racetrack one day, and a guy's going to walk up. He's like, hey, Sean Ryan. We're like, yeah, what's up? And we're going to get punched in the face.
Yep.
And he's going to be like, my name is Josh Chin.
Yep. And then we'll be like, yeah, I kind of deserve that.
Yeah, that hurt, and it was meant to be. Or he just punches you twice. And you're like, God, even now?
Pass that one to Ryan. But he's like too shy to talk to you. Could you pass that one on to Ryan? Thank you. That is how my life would work. Hey, could you pass this on?
Hey, you had a good run, man.
6. I just want to get through Thursday night without getting myself in trouble for saying something dumb.
Right.
I've been so close.
Well, just don't fake an entry. What if you fake? What if
I faked a host?
Yeah, let's fake a. We hire Calvin Fish for the night.
Yeah. It would have to be like I'll leave and it'll be Edward Norton and no one will know the difference.
Right. Be like, wait, it was really good this time.
Oh, Josh Chin is going over, as is Noah. I think we have to go yellow.
That's definitely a yellow.
That's a yellow right there.
Oh, man, the HPD part's working overtime. Steve Goff is pissed right now. He had to put down his beer and come fix your broken shit.
But look how well that Steve Goff prepared HPD held up. Back on track. No time lost.
He did it pretty much on his own.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
If you took any Chuck Norris joke and just added Steve Goff's name instead, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, I don't. In fact, there we go.
That's our new shirt.
There is I can't even hint at where I'm going with this. One of the topics that we've discussed.
Yeah.
That could be a segment.
Oh, definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the beauty of that specific concept is anything can go.
Yeah. Yep.
So if there's a Steve Goff character played by Dan Binks, what's Dan Binks doing?
Good old Dan Binks.
Man, I gotta go to the restroom.
Cool. Call me back. Hang up and call me back because it's blurry again. Okay.
Are you back? All right, is it fixed?
It was, but it's not now. So.
All right, we're back. Good thing it's just a test run. Holy crap, it is dark. That is funny.
Yeah, HPD has some great headlights on those cars.
Yep.
The Skip Barber's on the other way.
They don't have headlights. If you don't understand that reference, listen to the Skip Barber episode. Maybe again if you've already listened to it, because Skip has a very unique speaking mannerisms.
We had a lovely dinner. Oh, we have a note from Josh Chin.
Yep.
Also, Zach Trump says it's zoomed in again.
Is it really? It is. Okay.
Josh Chin says, Sean, when I finally meet you, I'll bring you your favorite chicken sandwich.
I don't
and
trust
mash it into your face.
Ah, very good. Okay, that's what I like to
Lovingly.
hear. And then he's going to have a second one He has a second one he's going to hit me in the face with. And he'll be like, could you give that to Ryan?
He's like, Ryan, you want a chicken sandwich?
And he just hands it to you.
Yeah.
I-
Oh, thanks, man.
Can I get a
Very
photo?
lovely.
Can I get a selfie?
So good to meet you. Can I get a selfie?
I'm like passed out
Oh.
from chicken sandwich suffocation. Meanwhile, Josh Chin benefiting. Oh, truck's wrecked.
The wreck.
Yep. Man, I really do have to go. It's bad.
To the restroom?
Yeah.
You should just go.
You mean like, as in not in my chair? Oh my God,
No,
we've lost
no,
the signal again. What is going on? Today is just not a good day. Well, how many laps are left? No, I can ride out 10 laps. And then
Okay.
as soon as
Christian
we go
Abbott-
checker, I'm out of here. Go ahead.
Yeah. Christian Abbott asks, are we out or something? There's a lot of question marks suddenly. Or is it just, okay, I think Christian Abbott is asking for a leaderboard update.
Oh, I'll do that in a second. Yeah, the question mark was because when the video feed gets dropped by the software, it just puts a question mark so that people were literally seeing a question mark on the air.
So it dropped for a second. I got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and then I fixed it.
I got you.
This, by the way, is all because of Skype.
Cool.
Skype is just a problem. Luckily, this is our last Skype day because Thursday, our guest host, who we've not announced, I guess we could, our guest host is going to be on FaceTime.
Sure.
And you will be on a separate setup, and so it'll work out.
Yeah.
Oh,
We don't want to mention that? No?
I mean, we can. Doesn't matter. If we just haven't yet.
Well, maybe for the fans that aren't going to...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you've made it this far, you're pretty low.
Yeah.
Who's our guest host for Thursday at Indianapolis? Ryan.
Mr. Paul Page.
Paul Page.
Paul Page.
Goddamn right. At Indianapolis to call the end of Thursday Night Blunder. And I really don't want to give too much away, but Ryan, I got an email today.
Yeah.
With some WAV files.
Yes! He did it!
He did it.
Yes!
He did it. No questions, no changes. I was like, holy crap.
Oh!
Between
well, also...
Yeah.
Well done to you, because...
Yeah. I was like, because like...
We already discussed that.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't have been disappointed if the answer was no. But the fact that no changes, like, here you go. So between that and our guest last summer, Mr. Sam Posey.
Yeah.
Who gave us a passing score.
Yes, he did.
I feel like I've won the awards I need to win.
Yep.
I really have to go to the bathroom. Like, it's seriously bad.
If Victor Valley ran this thing yellow to the end right now just to make you have to hold it longer.
He would be a POS.
I'd love it
And
so
I would completely rag on him, but we need him for Thursday. So I'll wait till after Thursday, then I'll rag on him.
And like we're doing a smear podcast about him.
Yeah.
It's like
it's a 3 hour. We just have all the pros talk about how much they hate Victor Valley. But right now we love him because we need him for Thursday.
It'll be like the Smoking Eunuch episode, but the opposite.
But yeah, exclusively about what a conniving SOB.
Yeah.
Man, it is dark. All right, didn't see this coming.
So,
I didn't even know we were cutting it this close.
But yeah, we got Paul Page for Thursday, which is awesome. And so that means we started Thursday Night Blunder with Mr. Thursday Night Thunder, Dave Despain, and Indy.
Yep.
You know,
who was.
And now we're finishing it.
Yeah.
With Paul Page
Mr.
at
Indianapolis.
Speedway.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite dinners we ever had was with him. He was so cool with us.
Yeah, he was just enjoying it. His wife was there, and she was just entertaining.
Yeah.
Remember, my favorite thing was his wife was so sweet. She, a lot of times when you get the "Can I bring my spouse" or girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, like we usually say yes because we're not going to say no and tell a guest they can't. But a lot of times, like, oh God, are they going to become part of the show? But his wife just sat there and just quietly listened and enjoyed it, and at the very end wrote on a napkin with some questions that she would advise that I ask.
Yeah.
And she just enjoyed the whole thing, so it was cool.
Now I lost my feed to you.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened, but let's see if I can fix that and not screw up.
And my YouTube says this is just a test question mark. Could be just me. Could be just me.
Better.
All right. Yep. And that is certainly very dark.
Yeah,
Pace
but
car lights
it's
are out,
just a
though.
black screen. Pace car lights are out. Those
Oh, God,
headlights are
from the headlights on. Oof.
Yep. So
That
Skip
angle
Barber
is-
is going to have fun, but we'll see how this goes.
Okay, we're hearing it's frozen. It's just dark, frozen.
Oh,
it
is it
does
really?
seem frozen on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate that. That is actually feedback we encourage. I'm telling you, Skype.
Yeah, copy.
I really don't like Skype.
Okay, we got the frozen screen. Thanks, guys. We're working on it.
We got it. And oh no, it's genuinely screwed up.
Oh, cool. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe you don't get to watch. Tune in Thursday
Yeah, there's a real problem.
to find out who made it.
All right, we're
Now
gonna.
doing- What? Green.
All right,
Oh,
so now
massive
they're
lead by
yeah.
Mike Berg.
So we have audio only right now with a photo of.
Big red.
Oh gosh, are they really?
Yeah, there's
Oh, no.
two guys up down at start finish line
All
in
right.
P2 car.
Oh gosh, it is so shameful that we can't
Hard-
see it right now.
Well, yeah, Michael Berg's P1.
Yeah.
The weird car I didn't know the livery on is P2, which I think might be Swisher.
Okay. Sorry.
The DH
You
Penske car is now P3.
You probably just lost your video feed, Ryan, but it's coming back.
I did.
That's okay.
Berg's still in the lead.
Yep.
The DHL car moves to P2 now as they enter NASCAR. Sorry, turn 3 in the short shoot.
Oh man, I don't know that I can get this back for the fans.
Fanning like 6 wide here down the front straightaway with the headlights right in your eyes. Very cool shot. But Michael Berg, who works for iRacing, currently leading after running P2 earlier in the race, side by side behind him for 2 rows. And it looks like Schwissert's going to take back the P2 position as Kikus in the DHR fades back into P3 as they head down the back straight, Sean. That's when you go to the guy that's watching, but he can't right now. So it's back to Ryan
Yeah, exactly.
as Michael Berg gets pressure on the outside.
Sean's fixing stuff.
Sean's fixing stuff. They are side by side for the lead, but Swishert is on the outside. He's not going to be able to make that stick. He goes super wide, and we have a new position in P2 as Matt Kikus in the DHL car is right there. But Swishert, they have contact. Swishert gets it back together. Kikus now P3, fading back because he had contact with that weird car, and they're rolling in the background, Sean. Their car's upside down. We have a new 2nd through 5th place cars. I can't tell what they are yet.
Yeah.
But Michael Berg continues to lead as they go down into turn 1 here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
All right, so we won't have video feed to the end, unfortunately. There is a car upside down. It is lap 69 of 70. Is that Noah Wheeler?
Nice. P2 Michael Berg.
Wow, they are going for it. So, all right, let's see. It's anybody's guess as to how this thing is going to end up. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, we will not have a video feed, it looks like, to see the end. Stick with us, though. We'll try and get it back for the next race.
Yes. Oh, super wide as they go into NASCAR 3. I don't know why I call it NASCAR 3. It's an IndyCar track. Coming down into NASCAR. Fuck it, do it again.
Yeah,
Turn
don't worry
4
about
here.
it. All right, so it's Michael
Noah
Berg
Wheeler.
versus Noah Wheeler. Noah Wheeler now going down the front stretch, doing his best to get a tow. Michael Berg very wisely pulling to the inside of the track, trying to force Noah to go to the outside, because if you go to the outside, oh, you can't do that.
Yeah,
And
you can't even see the headlights on the P2 car in 2nd place as Noah Wheeler pops out. But now they're in the short shoot going in turn 2. And Michael Berg to the bottom, Noah Wheeler, they almost touch.
And
The
that
screen
is-
is changing on me, so it's hard to tell what's happening.
that is Jacob Witcher now in P3. He's caught up to the top 2, so it is now a 1-2-3 battle. You couldn't throw a blanket over the top 2. And actually moving up into 4th is Matt Kikus, who's now entered his name into the ring. So it is a 4-way battle with 5 laps to go. Man, it's tough to say how this is going to work out. Michael Berg is out in front. Seems to have it covered as to how to keep people behind him. But, man, there's so many ways you could change this. And now it's a 2-lane race.
Yeah, you got 2 cars on the inside of the track up against the pit lane wall. That is the leader, Michael Berg, with looks like Noah Wheeler right behind him. And they're so go! He spins him.
No, he doesn't.
Wow!
No,
Pass
he
through the
doesn't.
grass there.
And Michael
Berg
Berg
back to P4.
He almost spun around. It looked like he was going around, but somehow he put the counterlock in, kept it together. Michael Berg will stay P4. He's actually not out of contact either, so it is not over. But that will give the lead to Jacob Witcher. going past a couple of Skip Barber cars who are just sitting there in the darkness. So now the story has shifted to Jacob Witcher versus Matt Kikis for the win. And again, this is for everything. There is no point in being second. There is no point in being third. The winner will advance to Thursday's final. No one else will.
Side by side as they come down the front straight out of turn 4. Jacob Witcher with the lead, but he's got pressure right now as the DHL Penske Porsche livery tribute on the outside there of Matthew Kikis. And they're side by side through turn 1, still holding on to it. Very similar to Takuma Sato last year, not being able to give up the turn 3 to Scott Dixon as they come onto the back straightaway. We see they're coming up to a Skip Barber car. They both fan out wide, so close to contact, and now we see they are pushing each other down into the turn 3 area. Sean, you see those Skip Barber
cars going into turn 3. Wow, and they barely climb. Oh, no!
He spins!
He doesn't spin. Actually, yes, he does. And they're all taken out. They're all flying around.
The top 3 has just been crashed in turn 3. We have no idea who's the leader. It says Daniel Vaught. That might not be wrong with timing loops yet. We'll let you know. Greg Mefford currently P3.
It's
Matthew
over.
Struckman.
Go ahead. It's over for Witcher, but Daniel Vaught now takes the lead. Daniel Vaught has been a regular in this series. It is so hard to see who's leading right now.
This is crazy. The entire top 4 got correct out there. We didn't even know really what caused it because it's so dark and hard to see that these drivers probably don't know who took them out either. As we go down into turn 1, there's about a 2.5 lead split between Trevor Price and Jacob Witcher. Josh Tinn is P3 after having an earlier contact that dropped him way back.
And headed into turn 3 with the lead is Trevor Price, who somehow in all of that melee took the lead. He's actually 8 seconds up above Jacob Witcher. So what happened was everyone was so busy taking each other out that Daniel Vaught thought he snuck into the lead. But through all of that, somehow Trevor Price snuck through everything. So now Trevor Price is the leader, and he's 8 seconds up. That's a pretty big gap with just 2 laps to go. He's headed to turn 1, and you, Ryan.
Trevor Price, who's been running a Butch Leitzinger tribute livery at almost every single race this year. In fact, Bob Leitzinger turned in during one of his birthdays to watch us idiots call a Thursday night Blunder race as he leads at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, one of the biggest races of his career, and running a very famous Dyson Racing livery, including Butch Leitzinger's black and white helmet. Truly a massive day for Trevor Price if he can pull this off.
It's unbelievable. He's now going through 3. He is headed to Indianapolis turn 4. He will have 1 lap to go. He'll see the white flag this time by. Trevor has everything to lose at this point. 8 seconds ahead of everybody else, so it's all his. If he can just keep it clean, should be pretty easy to get there from here. And then in the Skip Barber class, Ian Farrell currently leading with a relatively comfortable lead over James Nelson. So it's looking like it may be a less than stellar finish. We'll see what happens. Back to you, Ryan, going into turn 3.
Trevor Price navigating his way around a sea of Skip Barber cars that don't have headlights. He knows he's got this thing in the bag. He just has to be smart and avoid anything that's out of his control. Flashing the headlights now as he goes down into turn 3 here at Indianapolis. Massive speed as they come into the short chute. He's got the driver position sensor on the side of the car and P1 as P2 cars normally would have from running in the IMSA series, and he leads his way onto the front straightaway. Trevor Price all alone flashing the headlights. He moves to the inside of the straightaway and he's coming to that checkered flag, Sean.
Trevor Price is going to win the first of 2 last chance qualifying rounds. Trevor Price is your winner. In the dark here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Trevor Price will advance to Thursday's World Final to take on 30 other guys and see how he fares. But Trevor, who thought he was out, thought this would be the last race of the season for himself, he's still going to have another shot in 2 days. Hell of a win for him and that Dyson Racing Butch Leisinger themed livery.
What are you slacking? Well, not a whole lot. Trevor Price, who normally goes by that, is slacking nothing to this evening as he goes and wins the biggest race of his career and then is promptly taken out after the checkered flag by some Skip Barber cars. Absolutely wonderful job. Now to our Skip Barber winner.
Ian Farrell will take the win in Skip Barber over Justin Parcher. Ian, who has also been in quite a few of our races this season, is at a very dark back straightaway. We can barely see him on the feed. And Ian is going to take the win. He's going to advance. Now, he will not be in a Skip Barber car on Thursday. He'll be in a HPD LMP2 vehicle, just like Trevor Price. And that will be that. So a hell of a way to close here on this 75 lap spectacular. And guess what? That's just the beginning of the action. We still have another race going on elsewhere.
More importantly, you need to go to the bathroom right now.
I really do. But here's the thing, Ryan. We need to sign off. It's going to be another feed coming up because we need to close out everything to relaunch the video feed so that it works again. So we're going to disconnect.
Yep.
So if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see the feed stop, and then it's going to open up at a new link. And if you're watching this on Facebook, I don't know what will happen. You might see another video pop up as well. So this video is going to stop. Go back into the Dinner with Racers page on YouTube or Facebook. Twitch, it'll be the same, I think. Go back and look for the new video